Russian state media confirms Syrian leader Bashar Al-Assad has arrived in Moscow and been granted asylum for humanitarian reasons. It comes as Syrians celebrate the collapse of his regime after a 13-year civil war which killed an estimated 617,910, displaced 12 million people and left 130,000 reported as missing or disappeared. Syrian opposition forces entered Damascus on the 7th of December 2024, bringing to a close a lightning offensive that began 10 days earlier in northern Syria. The Syrian army did not fight the advancing rebels, and the government decided to hand the country over to them. In the early hours of 8th of December 2024, Bashar al-Assad fled the Syrian capital. The leader of the main rebel group, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, Ahmed Hussein al-Shar, better known as Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, announced Syrian Prime Minister Mohammad Ghazi al-Jalali would remain in his job to oversee the transition of the state institutions to the opposition. Despite calls for calm, looting took place at Syria's central bank, Assad's palace, and other buildings. Rebels also stormed Syrian prisons, where political prisoners are held, and began releasing them. Some of these prisoners had been held for 10 years, and many of them had no idea Assad's regime had fallen. Children were found in cells among the detainees. Many of the prisoners showed signs of extreme torture and malnutrition. As soon as the announcement of Assad's departure was made, Israel launched large strikes across Syria. Tel Aviv says it's trying to prevent certain weapons, including chemical weapons, falling into rebel hands. Israel also seized more Syrian territory in the Golan Heights. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that Tel Aviv took land in the Golan buffer zone because the Syrian army retreated from their positions and agreements with them were now nullified. For many Syrians, the collapse of the Assad regime offers a chance to return home and reunite with loved ones as a new chapter in the country's history begins.